we go. What's up, everybody? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and today I have a knife that... Furbies are an absolute menace to society. If you get them wet, they multiply, and if you feed it after midnight, it turns into a gremlin and runs amok. I'm trying to do my part this year to rid the earth of Furbies, so let's see if the Raging Hunter 500 Magnum is good at eliminating Furbies. All right, here we go. 500 Magnum to the face. There's Furby fur. Yeah, Furby took it right to the face, and it looks like we have a hole. Ah! Furbies! Ah! Ah! The 500 Bushwhacker looks like a pretty good handgun to take out glue, pudding, and things like that. But how will it hold up when it comes to defending the earth against the most wretched creature ever created, a Furby? Goodbye, you wretched beast! Ooh! Ooh! Oh my gosh! Look at that muzzle blast! It blew its fur off! Oh my gosh! That Furby did like a quadruple backflip and landed perfectly on the burb. Furby needs another. Missing his whole face now. All right, one more and I'm done. It's just as funny the third time as it was the first time. All right, that did it. There you go. Those Furbies are tough. And for the record, this Furby did not work, and it's not a collectible. Well, I guess we'll get back to it then. Let's see what 4-gauge buckshot will do to this Furby. Oh my goodness! Oh dear. Okay, this Furby, body or skeleton, whatever you want to call it, is all the way over here. Just completely demolished it. So if I ever have a Furby infestation, I think the 4-gauge will get the job done. There is one last thing I need to know about this 10-gauge shotgun. Typically what I would use this for is tiny invasive vermin. And the most invasive vermin on this planet is a Furby. This Furby extermination is brought to you by SDI. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description down below. Look at that. I think that that may have been the best shot we've ever had on a Furby. I would argue that that 10 gauge shotgun is the best weapon against Furbies. So I know that this rifle is capable of taking out this wretched creature at 2,500 yards, but I'm not really sure if even the 408 Shy Tac is capable of truly disposing of this thing. So luckily for us today, I got a new wood chipper. Let's see what happens. Body armor, here we go. First, let's look at the body armor. I'll tell you what, look at that's right there. At least the jacket is. Ooh, that is hot. Man, you know, this is rated for much hotter stuff than a subsonic 50 BMG, but that still slapped the heck out of it. I mean, look at that bulge in the back. You still would have felt that. How about it, Furby? Did you feel it? I think it may be no longer with us. Nope, just the batteries fell out. It's still working, unfortunately. We hit it right there. Can't really see, but it looks like it just kind of blew out the bottom. Rule number 14 with Furbies. Always double tap. Up next, I am going to shoot every toy from my childhood. First, I have a Stretch Armstrong, then I have Vac-Man, and then last, I have this wretched creature, a Furby. This Furby may sound sweet, but it's an absolute menace. If you get them wet, they multiply, and if you feed it after midnight, it'll burn down the whole town. Okay, let's hit Vac-Man first. Oh! Now how about Stretch? Oh. Say goodbye, Furby. Oh. Well, I may have hit a little high on Vac-Man. We had a good, solid hit on Stretch Armstrong. And Furby, well, Furby's not feeling too good. So up next, I am gonna blast this Furby. Furby don't look so good. You know what's just as terrifying as a home invasion? Furbies. All right, I have another section of wall. You're about to hear a big sound. Scenario: a Furby has invaded your home. I do not want to go into that room. So could I take out this Furby through the wall with the Remington 887? Oh, I think I got it. Furby! Hey! I don't think he's gonna make it. It seems to me the Remington 887 would do a very good job at defending your home against Furbies. But you never can be too sure with Furbies. Yeah. I don't hear you dee-doo, dee-doo, dee-dooing anymore, are you? Because nobody likes eggplant! Now it's time to have some fun. Today we're going to shoot something that I've never shot before. This was donated by my kids. It no longer works. It is a Furby. We need to go ahead and try out the 3.5-inch shell. So this is a 12 gauge, 3.5-inch turkey load, and we're going to see how effective it is at taking out Furbies. This is going to kick a lot. I cannot believe this thing is chambered in 3.5-inch shells. Better hang on to this thing. Furby got smoked. Oh gosh. It looks like a zombie Furby now. 3.5-inch turkey loads seem to be pretty effective at taking out Furbies. So, I don't know if you're aware or not, but Kentucky has a rodent infestation, and those rodents are called Furbies. These are the most wretched creatures to ever exist, and now we're going to see if a long slide 10mm would be an effective weapon against such a wretched beast. Well, I got a little bit of mayonnaise on my gun. Let's have a look at the Furby. Ugh. Well, I blew all the mayonnaise off of the Furby. He's okay. Well, seems a long slide Glock didn't do the trick. Furbies have entered your home. But luckily you have a home defender and you are always ready. So last, what I need to know is, will a 4570 Cyclops protect me from the wretched Furbies? Here I have a Furby that has lost its voice box, but it is still a menace. If you get this thing wet, it'll multiply, and if you feed it after midnight, it will burn down the whole town. All right, here we go. Okay, so seems like the 4570 Cyclops is very effective at taking out Furbies. I still don't know exactly how I'm going to get that down. I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. Yeah, I think I'm just going to start carrying a table for self-defense. Furbies are absolutely terrifying and a menace to this earth. If you feed one of these things after midnight, they turn into gremlins, and if you get water on them, they multiply. So in 2023, I'm trying to make the world a better place by ridding the earth of Furbies, one Furby at a time. Let's see how 300 Win Mag does against Furbies. I'll be using Underwood ammo, 300 Win Mag, 175 grain controlled chaos. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and say that 300 Win Mag is very effective at disposing of Furbies. Furby's butt is literally stuck to the berm. There's his tail. Done blew his butt off. Not really sure where I hit up here. He looks like he's untouched, but if you flip him around, you can see that that's not the case. Furby has been turned into a Parmesan dispenser. It's perfect hole. Hey, what's that Furby made out of? So my next choice is a perfect choice for multiple targets. You know, like the scenario where you have a Furby and someone was irresponsible, got it wet, and then it multiplied. So this exact scenario is why my next choice is the iconic Street Sweeper. This is a 12 gauge shotgun with a 12 round rotary mag. This thing is absolutely ridiculous and probably one of my favorite shotguns, and that is why it makes it into my top 5 home defense weapons. The only issue with this gun is it takes a very long time to load it. So you better hope that those first 12 rounds count for something. Once it's finally loaded, you just gotta wind it up like an old-timey pocket watch. All right, here we go. Oh!
You just got jammed.
So the Street Sweeper did a pretty good job at disposing of those Furbies, but I still got quite a few left.
danger!
It's my goal now. There's nothing to shake a stick at. Whoa! That has never happened. That actually kind of worries me because the odds of that happening are pretty slim. Maybe we should probably stop filming. Let's just cut the whole video. We're done. We're going home. Go get set up and get started. But before we shatter my wrist bones, I have some very exciting news to announce. I am writing a book. Now, I know it may be hard to believe that someone that cannot read, write, or do math can write a book, but that's okay because it's got lots of pictures in it because it's made for the youngins and you old folks too, really anyone that can read. If you know the story of my accident, you know that there is a very powerful message behind it, and I'm super excited to share that in a fun, lighthearted way. This book is called Boom Pow, I'm Braver Now, and it's a story about failing, learning, and trying again, and teaches that courage doesn't mean that you're not afraid, but it means you show up anyways. And I'm proud to share that Brave Books and I are going to be donating a portion of the proceeds to help families whose children are bravely battling cancer. These families and these kids are braver than we could ever imagine, and we thought it would be great to help ease their financial burdens through the Parker Project. And if you want to be one of the first to receive a copy of my new book for someone young in your life, old, or somewhere in the middle that needs some encouragement or some good life lessons, then swing over to bravernowbook.com and pre-order my book today. There is a link in the description down below. One swoop and that was all it took her. That was totally worth all of the effort. That was hilarious. What is this thing filled with? Cotton candy? Oh my gosh. Door still looks like it's just fine. that subscribe button so you don't ever miss out on future awesome content. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time. Breaking tables will never be the same again. I don't hear you dee-doo, dee-doo, dee-dooing anymore, are you?